Hi everyone, I've got a really interesting success story for you, relationship, and it's from Mercy Vibes. Goes like this. Just a heads up to the viewers, I know everyone's interested in the SP topic, but this is and never was about your SP. Your soul, inner God, gave this as a messenger and brought you here for the sole purpose of finding out that you are absolutely dope the way you are, and everyone is lucky to have you in their life. On to the story. I found out about the law through one of your videos of you talking about self-love and getting back SPs. At the time, I was depressed and felt pretty bad about myself, which expressed itself in my love interest, in my passion, and also my family. I also had such a rocky relationship with my family and especially with my dad. He controlled my finances and didn't believe in my independence. The following is pretty deep. It was so bad that he never said he loved me. He said I wasn't his daughter, and the biggest mistake. Just thinking about how crazy my self-concept was makes me even more grateful. All in all, he hurt me by the day, I think that was supposed to say. He hurt me by the day and also showed me not a pinch of love. It was a rough time, and I'm not going to lie that I had a lot of built-up anger towards the world and therefore solid belief systems about my parents, my friends, my love interests, and life in general. Thank God I had to break up with my SP because it led me to a path of self-love. I cried many nights over this dude and visualized like crazy and affirmed for it. I also listened right away to Agnes's advice on how it is more important to focus on self-love, and during that time I thought I was doing it right and it was going in the right direction. And I saw results, but it always wasn't quite what I wanted. I started saying, I love myself, I am wanted, I am loved, and it brought me to a certain point. I began to have days where I didn't feel lonely and I had a lot of fun with my own company. At first, though, I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm still partially doing it for this SP. He came back the first time around and apologized, but didn't want a relationship. The second time around, he was a little more giving and invited me on a date, but it wasn't going anywhere. My focus strayed from myself as soon as he walked back into my life, and I started wondering about messages again and his behavior and wasn't sticking to my self-love practices. Big mistake, but no worries, I learned from it. Ha ha ha. I kept working on my self-concept with my best friend and a few close friends. Thank God I always had the best freaking friends and that I always had that belief. One day I realized he is actually not even that interesting, so I moved on and had a long conversation with my bestie about how I want my future husband to be. After that, my self-love practices started to become stable. I started to have long conversations about gratitude. We made this game talking about 1, 5 things we were grateful for in general today and about ourselves. 2, 5 things we were grateful for in a person we love and absolutely have no doubts about them. I was inspired by a meditation of yours, Agnes, where you said, imagine a person or a pet you love and then let that thought drop, but the love stay. Number 3, 5 things we were grateful for a person where it's problematic. Along with this energy going into the state of being appreciative of this person, I shifted the whole perspective in 2 days. For the first time in like 15 years, my dad asked me how I was going and how I was doing. From that point on, my dad did a 180. I affirm my dad is the best. My dad is so sweet. I don't know what daddy issues are. Ha ha ha. My dad now calls me every couple of days asking how I'm doing, telling me he loves me and that he is so grateful to have me as a child. Also, that he was always going to be there for me. This dude just gifted me his old car and an iPhone so I can further my career. Yep, I told you all, he is the best. He also trusts me in everything and he is so proud of me and he is such a good listener nowadays. Like I said, a 180. My mum was so surprised by the power of thought, even though she knew the law. They are divorced. On to the love story. It's been almost a year of bliss. Honestly, my man checks every freaking box there is. We are the best team on this planet. We have so much in common. Sometimes it's even creepy. Thanks for the inner God in me. Mine is the coolest guy. My man supports me. He loves me. He's so attracted to me. He's so committed to me. He visualizes with me, loves my friends, my family so much more. And you listen to this story back. Everything I say now is actually an affirmation, and it is the truth. It just all started out of simple affirmations, and it changed my whole thought patterns about how the world treats me and how I treat myself. You know why my man thinks I am the sexiest, most intelligent, wise, and most deserving of the best treatment? Do you know why he treats me like a queen and spoils me? Because I am a queen. I am the god of my own reality. I am the most beautiful person I know. This is not arrogant. This is what my soul, inner God, thinks of me. Why do you think did this part choose exactly this vessel? I have taught a lot of my friends what I've learned from it, and I can tell you that you have to enjoy your own company so much so that you wouldn't mind saying no to your SP, just because you want to have some me time. Everyone is you pushed out. I realize that I am undercover, affirming a few things by doing the following. If I think about my SP and why they do this and that to me, rather than thinking about myself and what I like, I am secretly affirming I am not neither important nor interesting enough to think about myself and what I like and love about myself. What kind of message is this projecting out into the world? I am wanted, I am loved, I am powerful, and a master at manifesting. Not because the world showed me first, but because I am so wonderful. Why wouldn't you love and want me? Ha ha ha, that's on you, my boo. Ha ha ha. The right versions of people and situations will show up in an instant when you finally shift your state from the outside to the inside. You're amazing, and I believe that you can start to believe in that. I also intend that this helps people, even though it is not a regular story, so it is done. Tips for creating your affirmations. 1, use your own words. 2, make it feel natural to you. Say it in your head in a convincing tone. You don't have to believe it. It will come naturally. And if you think it's not, start affirming, this is so easy for me. Number 3, either hug that inner you that tells you all those old stories or tell them to leave. It's helped me to say to myself, hey, old self, I know you don't believe that we can do this beautiful life, but from all that we know, we have 2 options. Worst case scenario of your way of thinking is that I manifest, and best case scenario is that it doesn't, but we killed our mood for now. Worst case scenario of my way of thinking is that we are just lifting our mood a bit, and the best case scenario is that all our affirmations manifest. I think I already convinced you with that. Old self, my way has much better stakes. P.S. If you still do these videos on your channel, I'd be open to it. Greetings from Germany. With much love, appreciation, and the best regards. Mercy vibes. Lovely. Fantastic. Lovely, lovely. And I saw your comment in the video that I did a couple of days ago, and yeah, there was 2 of you that made amazing comments, and you were one of them, and that's why we decided to read your story, and here we are. So I am grateful to you for sending it in. Lots of love, and I will be, by the sound of it, interviewing you shortly. Lots of love. And for those of you doing the eye exercises, I just want you to see that the font is very small on my iPad, and I can now read that without my glasses. I will put the Self-Love for Eyes video that I did recently for those of you that are interested in correcting your eyes and doing the exercises. I've compiled them into a video that has no talking, so you can just concentrate and listen to the music and correct your own eyesight. I have 2020 vision. A good affirmation. Lots of love. Thank you, Mercy Vibes. And as always, everybody, you know where, you know when.